made you a bucky?
It's not a bucket. It's a Hilux.
It is continued powered by World Sports Betting. It is times CEO Zere sangena sagaleleka kule mini namhlanje ke apho besithi sivalelisa uba umsibi uphumla Msibi, former SuperSport TV presenter who was pronounced having passed away yesterday. We say thank you very much for all the memories and thank you very much for your hard work as well. Yeah, of course, everyone in football who's ever watched a football game in South Africa would have seen him. His favorite phrase, thoughts, please. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, it was a Sundowns game against Borrusia Dortmund. We really enjoyed that. From a technical perspective, I don't think that any of us, maybe Lindo or Bobo will tell us, but I don't think any of us came today thinking that Sundowns will win. All I was looking for was to see what is the gap between the Bundesliga team and the South African team. And I'm kind of happy that I know that there is a gap, but I'm kind of happy that at least the South African team was able to score a couple of goals. Mr. So-and-so, former Mamelodi Sundowns, I'm sure you would have loved to play this kind of tournament. What did you make of the game, sir?
Mr. Kunjani,
yes, sir.
Ngibulise wena, ngibulise chairman, my chairman. Ngibulise Stizi.
Jasa.
Ngibulise Ubobo Kadoso.
Yes, sir.
Ngibulise no Lindo Mkwena.
Pep Guardiola.
Ngibulise na nemakhaya. Ngicela support njalo iDiskiTV. Zobe njobe njalo ngijike futhi. Mr. Kewu, yeah. Well done to Kabuyelo. I'm very pleased with certain players. Look, for me, they played well. They were leading until the game changed when Williams made that mistake. With that mistake, then they had to come to the party, punish us. Then from there, the game changed. Manje was on their side, where now started to panic in Ati Sundowns, and they find themselves in good areas. And another thing that it's worrying me, Mr. K, I saw now that the midfielders of Sundowns, they don't take care of those midfielders that they make runs up front. I don't know why, because the second goal, Ulunga had a good reaction in terms of closing down his men there. And then they played a pass in the midfield. A midfielder from Gumkwena made a run wide. Now it's Treshebani, it's Treshukekana to go there. Okay, fine. That action has happened. But Mukwena, come in. Come in as a defensive midfielder.
You've already lost your man.
Yes, come in and close that position. But yeah, it's
there was always going to be a difference in quality.
Yeah. No, but one thing that that I'm also pleased about is mabachika ngekhona eBundesliga. Nathi sakhona ubalunguza abekho kude.
Good point. Well, the only this team only, because I don't think that any other South African team would have been able to give such a good goal.
Oh yes, I
mean the world-class goal, like Ribeiro. Yeah. Let's talk about that. That goal. Yeah, sometimes so no phone I'm a professional player.
Yeah.
No phone I'm an agent. Span.
Yeah.
Sometimes the agent doesn't even have to do a job.
No.
You do things like that at the world stage in America, everyone is watching, and you do the job for the agent. Because then everyone calls. Ribeiro wagupilo.
Yeah.
Whose Ribeiro is this and where does it come from? And something like that.
Look, it's something else. It's something else, Mr. Keo. Such things we always watch about Messi Mabayenza, about Vinicius Mabayenza, and now it comes from a player that is playing in our league. You know, it also says a lot about our league, Mr. Keo, to say we've got such players in our league. They've got support from his teammates for him to do that. And this is what I always say, Mr. Keo. And I think Coach Card also can really, I don't know what in his mind, if they played like this, we kept Champions League. There was no way
they were going to win the Champions League.
Easily.
From the quarterfinal, semi-final, offensive football.
The problem is that, you know why? Salas must play. That's the problem. And when Salas is playing, you're not going to see Ribeiro. So if you can check the last game, why Salas we couldn't see him on the first game is because he had Umshishi and Ribeiro. So they've closed those pockets for Salis to use them. And for that, it Salis amlahlela ngaphandle. So now, uyamfaka today. I don't know. Ukuthi mind yakhe kuphi. Is he saving Umkwena no Ribeiro for the last game? Or what's happening to his mind? Because for me, the only change that I was going to do in this game, I was going to take out Umshishi and put Uloduz and Umayema, because we can see Guti, we're good at attacking. We just needed somebody that can give us an extra speed, of which Umayema, I think, was going to do that. Because in the midfield, I think we are solid. We are solid in the midfield. We could control them. Yes, the level, we can see the level. We are not in the same level with them. But I like that the boys, they put themselves in those actions. They fought. They get those creativity. About Matthews. Matthews. Mr. Kewo, I don't know whether he was giving this Abu Adams a chance, or coach, or it was a technical change. I don't know. But if it was a technical change, then it means he's not watching this game. The game that we watching and we see with Pelaganjan, for me, the coach is somewhere else. But
let's have a look at Borrusia Dortmund. They were not running; they were walking for the most part, and they could find each other. They could switch play. We are looking at where the ball is, but they could see each other somewhere on the blind side. In rugby, we call it the blind side.
Yes.
The space that no one is looking at.
Yes.
They were always finding each other. It was class. You could see them. It's as if they were not even trying.
Mr. Kewo, these guys, they play positional game. Everyone knows where he's supposed to be. And especially when they win the ball. Look at them when they win the ball. They stretch very, very quickly. And we check how good they are in terms of tactics and technique. By straight, pass straight to moon, pass straight in your way. I pass straight in your way. And for me, it looks good. And when you look at both teams, you look at positional play, and us. Yes, we play according to our strength, but I think the coach may limit in terms of us, the way we're playing, because if you want to Ribeiro to play in those pockets, this is what Ribeiro can give you. But now, if you say Ribeiro must stay in the right, and I said, Ribeiro ulaga right, and mind the second half, if you can watch, I think he was told to stay in the wing. I think that's why they took him out, and yeah, it's frustrating.
I was about to ask, so like the feeling of it, because for me, it's a South African team. That's why you keep on saying us, because we are following the South African team.
Yes.
But for me, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, all I want to see here is the gap between us and them, which is South Africa versus Germany.
Yes.
Bundesliga versus Betway Premiership.
Yeah.
Right? But I did not have an expectation that there will be a win. Are you more disappointed, or you're looking at it as an exhibition? Because you do sound like you're a little bit disappointed.
No, I'm disappointed, Mr. Nkeo, based on the coach. You know, when you've got the game in your hands, because if you can check the second half, we had the game in our hands. We had the game, and you could see we can get a goal, we can get another third goal, and maybe possibly the fourth goal. But now, why change a young Kegelentole? And Magai change to some players, you're like, but now we had a plan. Now we were there to them. We had those creativity there. I mean, Allende was finding himself in a position where he could score. But now, yes,
it was a good fight, though. It's a good fight. For Sundowns to score 3 goals against Borrusia Dortmund, it's a good fight. And I thought, Dortmund can get to 6 and 7, unless by Uguti, we don't want to run. And I think maybe in the second half, there was that element of, we don't want to run as Dortmund. And then Sundowns came back into the game. But also there was a good fighting spirit from the Sundowns.
Yeah, no, they did fight, the boys. And one thing I was telling Uchuna is that the heat is going to kill them.
Yeah.
And us, we are used to that heat. And that's where we're supposed to use that advantage to say, the heat, we are used to the heat. Let's keep on going to them because they are tired. That's why you see them playing positional game, because they couldn't run. But so they can't make those dynamic runs and all of that. So they had to move as a team. When they attack, you could see everyone is closer to each other so that when they lose the ball, they can get it quickly there. And when they see that we can't win it there, everyone's behind the ball. And for me, yes, Mutiba came in, scored a goal, and I thought that goal maybe it's an offside, but yeah, the goal is in, and I don't know why they put him, but I think they put him because of they saw that
there's nothing he can do that I would say there's nothing he can do that Reynas cannot do.
Yeah,
we saw Reynas in the first game. He scored 3 goals in the first half. He was so good. It was just a matter of finding him. But of course, if Mothiba can do the same thing, that means you have another finisher.
Yeah, no, I think he scored Mothiba, but I still think Reynas is you know, he's the best.
All right, Masiva, let me say so. Sundowns need to beat Fluminense, Brazilian team. Or it might go, if they draw, it might go to goal difference as well. We'll come back on Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Do you have any hope?
Yeah, no, I still believe that they can go to the second round after, especially tonight's game. They've shown that they can do it, especially scoring first. But now you need to learn that in this level, you make a mistake, they will punish you. So if we can just learn in those mistakes, I think Sundowns will go through.
All right, there you go. iDiskiTV, iDiski Times, what's betting. Thank you for watching us. For breaking news, go to iDiskiTimes.co.za.
Shapunjan bafowethu igama lami uLindo Pep, the best analyst in the country. Please don't forget to subscribe to iDiskiTV. Tanko.
This is Bongane Tso Vilakazi, they call me Tso. Niyazi bafethu, ama coach for life, they are back in winning ways. Please, siyacela ukuthi subscribe iDiskiTV.